Hello YouTube, how are you all doing? It's a bit warmer here today, the snow sort of gradually going. I'm sitting back, I'm smoking a French pipe. I can't remember at all what it was called. It's a very nice grain and it'll last to the Mississippi rivers in this, so yeah, I'm enjoying it. I got thinking about motor cars. I don't know whether, if you've checked out some of my videos, you'll see that I rather like cars, and one of the people that interests me for many years was a man called Carlos Arbath. Now Carlos was an Austrian and he did most of his work in Italy, and he started in the 40s, but during the 50s, 60s and the early part of the 70s, he would take the little Fiat 500, the Topolino, the little mouse, and he did some wicked things to those engines. He could make them real screamers, giant killers, fabulous stuff. And over the last 4 or 5 years, Fiat have bought out their 21st century version of the little mouse. They're remaking the 500. Of course, it's got a much bigger engine now, but they do an Arbath version. So I've done a look at these, and I'd been to see my doctor down in town, and I came out and I walked across Berkeley Square, and there was the Fiat dealers, and I went in. And I said, I want to have a look at a Fiat Arbath, but I want one with the SS kit. Well, I had to order it. I got it. And yeah, it's a little rocket. I love it a lot. Great little, there's a video of it. And then I got interested in electronic tuning, all the modern tuning, stuff that I can't do, but playing with the management systems and the computer systems. So I took it to a firm called Dark Arts, and they chipped it and they played with it, and they suggested putting a bigger turbocharger on it. So I got a big Garrett blower, big one, and it's increased the pressure. It's given me another 15 pounds per square inch above and beyond what it should have, and now it flies. I mean, yeah, I go up the country in it, I drive around in it, but it's my little run around. Well, I was in a car park last July, and I just started to back out of the car park. And a woman in this huge SUV, big 4x4, reverses, bang, straight into me, smashes the rear bumper. And I said, well, you know, she said, it's your fault. I said, well, I wasn't moving, I'm sitting here blowing the horn. You just driven it. I said, well, okay, you know, but I think it's your fault. So she was going to refuse to give me her details, so I gave her mine, and then told her I was going to the police station. And she said, well, that'll get you nowhere, they won't be interested. So I said, well, yes they will, because I should take the details of the officer that's refusing to take any action on it, and I shall report him. I said, so I guarantee you he will take. So at this point she decided that she would give me some details. So that was that. The car went away, I've got the bumper replaced, the insurance is still fighting the claim, but as far as I'm concerned it's done. Never gave it another thought. Now, for the last couple of New Year's Eves, me and a buddy and I, we've gone out to there's a local pub that's been tarted up into a restaurant, and they do wonderful food, and they lay on parties for local people. So we go there for New Year's Eve. We decided this year we wouldn't have a meal there, we'd just go out and see the music and see the old year out and come home. And so I said to him, we won't eat till about 10 o'clock. 10 o'clock's early enough to go. And he said, no, we'll go at 8:30. So, well, when you get into this place, every table in it was reserved. You had to reserve a table to have a table. So this meant we were standing, and I thought, well, this isn't really the direction I wanted to be heading in. I didn't, fancy this too much. But anyway, never mind, we were out there. And then two guys that we know as acquaintances, two guys, old guys, my age, they came over and said that their two guests hadn't turned up and we could sit at their table. Well, I thought, how cool is that? That'll work out just fine. That was do. So we were sitting there, and about 10:30, this man and a woman turned up, and he was obviously very English, and she said she came from the south coast, from the Isle of Wight, but she had some Oriental blood in her, very attractive woman, and they said, oh no, we're late. The guy ran off and he found two more chairs, so we all ended up on the table. So my buddy and I were basically with a group of people we don't know. After about 40 minutes or so, this woman's husband orders a big bottle of champagne, which they took £65 off of him for it. He then ordered another one, so he's into £130 he spent on champagne for the table. So my buddy Paul said to me, he said, well, he's a friendly fellow. I said, very much so. So I said, well, I'm hoping he's not expecting me to buy him one back. We sat there and we got involved in the conversation. I kept thinking to myself, this girl looks familiar. And then it came to 12 o'clock and we sang Auld Lang Syne, and this man then goes and gets, for all the guys at the table, gets large glasses of malt whiskey. So he's having an expensive evening for people he doesn't know. And this woman is spending a lot of time, she's kissing everybody, and she comes over and she says, I wish you really well. And then the penny dropped. I recognised her. It was the woman that smashed into my car back in July. And I thought, well, she can't recognise me, or it really doesn't matter. But it just made me think, what a small world. Anyway, it's another one of my little rambles. I don't know where this sort of shit happens to me anyway. Listen, I hope you're all having a great week. Oh, and I treated myself because I'm an old hot rodder, and an old hot rodder needs a hot rodder's pipe. Some of you that are on Instagram will have already seen this, so I'm not going to tell you who it's by, but I haven't yet smoked it, and he even polishes the inside of the bowl. Now, how cool is that? I think I'm going to love this pipe. Anyway, boys, girls, you all take care. Good night to you.